Like ever since Forces, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of messed things up. Sonic is still technically my favorite character, but from Forces, I kind of like Knuckles' role a little bit more.
So, for me personally, don't laugh at me, okay? But so I'm gonna start off at number six. I'm gonna work my way down to number one. One being the best. So number six, and it's hard for me to say. I almost choke on my own words. Is Modern Charmy? Okay, I hate Charmy. Like if I could rip out his stinger and stab him with it, I would. Like that's how badly he irritates me. But Modern Charmy, I can do nothing but smirk the whole entire time he opened up his mouth in Forces. And I would definitely say if they keep Charmy this way, especially I play. He's the most broken character in Speed Force Battle for the mobile game, and
Yes.
I use him, and so I would definitely say it was Charmy. And if I couldn't say modern Charmy, and I couldn't do the modern or classic of anything, and I had to be like, forever this character, like their whole timeline, I would have to change my number six to E101 Beta from Sonic Adventure. I just think that he's
Beta, not Gamma, Beta.
yeah Beta because E102 is Gamma.
Oh, that's Gamma.
Yeah, and then Omega is O3, I believe. Um, but E101 Beta is I just feel like he looked sleek. He was black, white. He just looked really cool. And my number five, I couldn't break this because they were both a big part of my childhood. Like Sonic CD and Shadow the Hedgehog. So I kind of locked them both on number five. I can't separate them. Metal Sonic and Android Shadow, and not to confuse you, the one with the infused guns on their hand, but the goldish yellow and black Android Shadow, the one that looks exactly like Shadow, but yellow streaks instead of red. And then my number four is Rouge. Three is Sonic. Two is Shadow, and then one, I kind of actually my own custom hero I made before Sonic Forces came out
Huh.
because like when we heard that he was coming out, I kind of made mine, just kind of just goofing around, and he became my mascot for my channel. But now I'm actually warming up to the Forces design, which I'll probably put it up on screen. And I would probably say Redic is probably now my favorite Sonic character, but if I can't count him, it's definitely Shadow. So what's your top six?
Well, starting at the bottom, we got Dr. Eggman, aka Dr. Robotnik. Well, with Dr. Eggman, you got to realize he went from a man that went from, well, he actually started doing it again, but he just trapped animals in capsules, put them inside, and had a chain ball, and using his suit just to squash a blue hedgehog, to a man that actually got to build Eggman Land and Sonic Unleashed, and finally took over the world in this most recent game. A little bit higher on the list, but he's still kind of a joke. Like he's still funny, but he could be taken serious at the same
And
time.
then two questions about Eggman, because he was actually on my list for further, because I was thinking about eventually doing like a top uh, 10 or so characters with another person later on. And he was on that top 10 list, spoiler alert. But a question I have about him, you know how he kept on reverting between Eggman Land and Robotnik Land, and he just kept on like reverting between them? I'm not that big on Unleashed. I got stuck on the final boss a long time ago, and I never beat the game. Did did they ever bring up Robotnik Land in Unleashed too? I mean, not as a stage, but like as a
Sonic Unleashed, no, it just brought up at
no.
Eggman Land,
Okay, I was just making sure, double checking on that. And then I
like
wanted,
Adventure One.
and then I wanted to think about. I wanted to ask your opinion on this because I was just watching a cutscene of this. In Sonic Lost World, when Sonic and Eggman fall off the cliff, and Eggman catches Sonic from falling in the lava. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's really Eggman as a character? Like do you like they did that, or do you feel like that should never have been a thing implemented in the Sonic series?
because it tried to show Sonic that Eggman wasn't technically a bad guy, but why would Eggman kill himself just for that? Nah, Eggman knew Sonic was going to take care of the Zeddy, so he just had to fake his death and get to his real big deal machine. So when Sonic defeat the Zeddy, he could defeat Sonic.
But I mean, also like as like a standpoint to show the audience, like to make us even think it, because even like when Sonic was like running off, he looked at like Eggman like as if like that was my friend. Like he just kind of looked back like
Yeah.
whoa. And do you feel like they should have showed us that, or do you feel like that is a side that we should only interpret like they're frenemies? Or do you feel like that was a good idea of them showing us that?
I like them showing
You
that.
did?
Me personally, I liked it.
I'm kind of on the cliff, a little bit on the edge of them saying I'm glad that they showed it to us, but I'm still kind of iffy. I was just curious how you felt about that, so you can continue on your list. I was just found it interesting.
But for number 5, I have Silver. From just being, a mysterious from the future, being able to use psychokinesis to, yeah, he kind of started getting annoying later on. And like most other games, like even Sonic Rush Adventure, not Sonic, yeah, Sonic Rush Adventures, and then but besides from the Olympic games, because I don't really count them, I still think he was annoying in them. But when Sonic Forces came up, I actually did like his character development. Like Silver of all people developed as a character even more, even though he wasn't in games that much as a playable character. From just being only playable once and then only being seen as a side character. But even as a side character in Sonic Forces, he actually did. He spoke his reason. First time I saw him in the Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog, I just saw him as a little kid, just like me, looking up to his hero. And then when Sonic Adventure came out, he took on Eggman by himself. He showed that, he can do stuff if he puts his mind to it. But then we got games like Sonic Forces, and from this cutscene to this cutscene, chaos already, but you fought his fourth form. His fourth form. I get with Chaos Zero.
I think that they really like to show the fourth form. We see it a lot.
That irritated me the most.
Yeah.
With number 3, it has to be this feline right here. Now, being from just a solitary, mysterious cat you didn't even know, but she had just mystical fire powers and she can kick ass from hell. But she just had one single goal in mind. Sonic Rush. Get the Soul Emeralds and save her dimension. She was a princess on a mission, unlike some other goddamn princesses that I'm not going to bring up.
Always.
But but she actually was, the lone wolf type, and then started opening it up. With that character development, I'm really upset that she's not really back into other games, because if you think about it, in Sonic Rush, Sonic and Blaze were basically the same character. It says, Blaze had a tornado flame kick and she could use her flame to actually boost. I really like that fact. Not all characters can boost like Sonic, but Blaze and using her hated flame energy in order to run faster. Oh my God, that's so fucking awesome. I love that.
Like a lot of people were upset that Blaze wasn't in Forces, and then Sega puts her in Speed Battle, and I'm like, really?
That really irritated me too. This, y'all wouldn't expect this, but it's actually Sonic.
What number is this? Number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, Sonic is my number 3.
Now you're wondering, wait, Sage, I thought you liked Sonic. I thought he's your favorite character. Yes, he's my favorite character, but I couldn't just put him on the number 1 spot because he's my favorite. You also got to realize Sonic is the main character. This series revolves around him. Yes, he brought Sega from, back in the day to now, but they slowly are starting to kill him off. But besides from that and the terrible, I think Sonic doing dad jokes, to be honest with you. Baldy McNose hair. Did they really have to make him do Baldy McNose hair?
I mean, now that it's there, you should keep it there, but I do feel like they overuse it. It's okay to do
So
it once or
much.
twice, but like it's made its way into a Sonic Boom. It's made its way into the new Sonic games, and I agree. It's time to let it go now.
Just Sonic now, he's not as, sassy and cocky as he used to be back in the day. He's just more of a, quick puns, dad joke type of dude than kick your butt. Not like, he's not how he used to be in Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic 3. Like, he had more character in Sonic 3 when he didn't even talk in those games. My number one spot, drum roll please, rougher than the rest of them, Knuckles the Echidna. All right, so being fully gullible in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, when Eggman just said, hey, Sonic's the enemy, help me get the Chaos Emerald, and I'll make sure your island stays afloat. Yeah, that didn't really go too well. We already know that history. In Sonic Forces, yes, the game was mediocre, but of all people, when Sonic went missing or they thought to be dead, now you're wondering, why Knuckles? Why not Knuckles? Gullible in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, or Sonic and Knuckles, because those two are the same game, to being the freaking leader of the Sonic Resistance. I mean, of the Force Resistance in Sonic Forces. Because if you think about it, when Sonic goes missing, you was expecting, Tails will step up like he did in Sonic Adventure Resistance. No. The most gullible character became the freaking leader. Rouge, Vector, Silver, everyone came to this dude because he was the leader. He stepped up and took that position. Even though Sonic Forces is a mediocre game, that Knuckles took that role seriously, and I fucking love that for it.
And I also think
about Sonic Forces.
I also think like you were bringing up Silver before, and Forces being really well executed. I feel like Knuckles, SBO, and Silver were spectacular in this whole entire game, and I feel like, especially like in that first like 2 cutscenes, and then the cutscene with Silver later on, I feel like those were the best cutscenes in the game because the voices were spectacular, and just the overall motion and it's the best that Silver, SBO, or even Knuckles has looked, and especially for Knuckles, this is the best he's looked since Adventure 1. So I totally agree with your list right there.
You guys, that was both Reddit and my list of top 6 of Sonic characters. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Remember to check Reddit out and definitely check me out because, everything's going to be on his channel. So, look up my channel after you look on his. But anyways, you guys, it is our Ultimate Sage 626 here. Reddit, you got something to say?
And every link to everything will be in the description below. And definitely check him out because he has really good content on his channel. And look out to whatever is going to become of my channel because I still don't know yet. So subscribe to become part of the Redic Empire. I'll see you all next time.